Thank you, thank you. Well, welcome everybody to Atlanta Tech Village. How are we doing today? Oh, no. I felt the energy when we came into this room. I'm gonna say this one more time. I'm gonna turn my back, turn it around. How's the energy today, everybody? There it is. Again, welcome to Atlanta Tech Village. My name is Richard. I'm the membership/community coordinator here at Atlanta Tech Village. Welcome to cohort 13, everybody. I'm so excited. I love the energy, and everybody at home watching, thank you for taking your time to experience these wonderful founders. So, raise of hands. Who's been in Atlanta Tech Village before? Ooh, I love this. Who have not? Okay, we have some newcomers. In regards to Atlanta Tech Village, welcome. We have some amazing founders who created this building. Their name is David Cummings and David Lightburn. This building was created for entrepreneurs like yourself and for families and friends to come and network, connect, and use all of our resources that we have for all of our entrepreneurs. David Cummings and David Lightburn are very excited for you all to be here. I'm excited for y'all to welcome our founders for cohort 13. It takes a village, everybody. So, oh yes, come on, energy. I love it. Come on. Oh, I love this crowd. So one thing I do want to talk about is South Downtown. What does that mean? Well, Atlanta Tech Village is not just here in Buckhead. We're in South Downtown now with 53 buildings. Yeah, woo, that's a lot. That's crazy, and it's amazing. Our next step is expanding our brand, our touch, our reach, our community. And I love this community in this room right now. I love the energy, so keep the energy up, everyone. I'm going to bring to the stage our amazing program manager, Brandon Winfield, everybody.
Thank you so much, Richard. You know, I would have never asked you to come up here if I knew you were going to outshine me like that. Next year, we're just going to have you do all of the whole presentation and the host and the run of show. Hard to follow that energy. Great job, Richard. Put your hands together one more time for Rachel for coming up here. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. You heard a little bit about Atlanta Tech Village. As you know, we are a startup community here for proprietary technology companies, with new things coming to South Downtown too for more creators as well. But we're not here today to talk about Atlanta Tech Village. We are here to talk about our ITV, It Takes a Village Pre-Accelerator program. This ITV program gives startups led by minority founders the opportunity to gain access to a 16-week, what I like to call, startup crash course. So through our approach here, we provide lesson labs every Wednesday on the education side of things. We provide resources through our mentors and advisors who are in this room as well. Raise your hand if you're a mentor and advisor here today. Put your hands together for the mentors and advisors. Thank you guys for showing up. And we also, just like everybody in this room, provide an amazing community for our members to access, talk to, just confide in, honestly, because as we all know, the startup journey can be very hard, lonely, and, you know, to be fair, sometimes misery just loves company. We hate to say it, but it's very true. It's nice to be able to talk and confide with your friends. So real quick, we want to give a thanks to our sponsors, Bank of America, who's in the back. Or where's he at? William. Oh, right in the front, actually. Thank you, William. Thank you for showing up today. We also have Dell for Technologies as well, and Founders Legal. David is actually in the back. Our sponsors today will be providing some non-dilutive capital as well as two non-dilutive or, non-financial memberships. We'll be doing a 6-month free membership through our partners back there at Founders Legal and some non-dilutive capital from our partners at Bank of America. Thank you, guys. So what's coming up next is our ITV 14 cohort. Applications opens today and they close on June 6th. You can find all that information at Atlanta Tech Village/programs, and then click on the Pre-Accelerator tab and you can apply today. Those applications are live. Please tell a friend, tell a family member, let them know. You guys are about to get a little bit of a preview of what we do here, so it's a great time, and if you need to, please reach out to me. I'm Brandon at atlantatechvillage.com. I myself have come through this program and I'm a graduate, so I know that we do some magical, amazing things here. So with that being said, let's get ready and start the show. First things coming up, our little run of show here is we will have a commencement speaker coming up to give you guys about 3 to 5 minutes of kind of their past experience and what they're doing now. We have 8 amazing founders who will be pitching for 4 minutes with 1 minute of question from our judges. I left a microphone down there, so no need to repeat the question this time, guys. After that, you guys will be voting for your favorite pitch. Our scholarship winners will be announced. And lastly but not leastly, our capital winners will be announced. So, real quick, let's highlight our judges up in the front. Avalon Bingham from a GM at Drive Capital. Thank you, Avalon, for being here. Woo. Margaret Weininger, a current ATV advisor who I know has spent countless Fridays here meeting with our startups and other startups, and a lot of you here in this community. Put your hands together for Margaret real quick. And if not, one of our most infamous, hardest judging, best constructive criticism-wise, our another advisor here and the president of Allegro Consulting, Mike Gomez. Put your hands together for Mike, please. They're going to be judging on a 5 kind of category criteria here: the pitch deck, the presentation, the problem they're solving, the solution, and the product that they're solving that problem with, and the potential for growth. And this will be on a 5-star kind of category here. And I think that's about it. So before I welcome up our commencement speaker, I want everybody to put their hands together one more time. Well, it's going to be twice, but one more time for the ATV crew, everybody that helped set this up, everybody who put this together, Justin in the back, Julie, Tiandris, Anya, everybody that's here today, Richard, we really appreciate you guys, and none of this would be possible without you. So with further more to do, let's welcome to the stage Patricia Kelly Marsh.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Patricia Kelly Marsh. I am the CEO and co-founder of Ask Me Your MD. Say it with me. Say, Ask Me Your MD. I'm glad you asked. I am a family medicine board certified physician, and I've been so for the last 15 years. I am not 12, and I didn't get my degree when I was 12, but I'm young, black don't crack. Don't forget it. I came to this amazing place, Atlanta Tech Village, in June of 2022. Shout out to my co-graduates of It Takes a Village, cohort 10. And this was my first time that I was surrounded by other business leaders. And I'm telling you, Brandon took us into that room right back there, and he put the rundown of, all right, guys, this is how it's gonna go. And I'm sure you guys can attest to this. It was there, and then graduation came. And since graduation, I am so happy to say that the pre-accelerator did get us to that accelerator. Y'all can go ahead and give that a shout out and a clap. It was literally the connections that we made here, the investors that they brought here, and the support of my cohortees that really helped this journey to be one that was fun. It felt a lot less lonely, and I felt like I am shooting for the stars. So thank you to the Davids that started this building, because those free snacks and that free coffee, that's what helped give me the courage and the energy that I needed along the way. So my final words of encouragement to you guys, never stop. You are on a lifetime journey. And I was just talking to Mike Gomez and letting him know that I'm learning so much. Even though we've been in the pre-accelerator, even once you get to the accelerator, you continue to learn how it is to be a leader and grow your businesses. I wish you all the best of luck. And I want to see you on this stage promoting your businesses and growing your businesses and letting us know what those key performance indicators that you've accomplished, okay? All right, hit me up on LinkedIn. Thank you, guys.
All right, every time, let's keep those hands going as we get ready to welcome our 8 founders to the stage. Are you guys ready to see 8 amazing pitches come to the stage right now? Just a reminder, 4-minute pitches, 1-minute Q&A, and we will be starting now with our first presenter. Welcome him to the stage, Kane from AOTS.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I'm excited to be here. Go ahead and get that timer ready. Hello, my name's Kane. I'm the founder of AOTS, and we're on a mission to help artists create better music faster. Now, there's 4 parts to a song. There's the beat or instrumental track, there's the song's lyrics, there's the recording of the instruments and vocals, and lastly, there's the mix or master, where tools like auto-tune are added to the song. We've all heard bad songs on the radio that we skipped, and usually it's because one of these 4 parts are missing. And all of these 4 parts have to come together like pieces to a puzzle if you want to make a song worth sharing. Now, you may be wondering, how do I know this? Well, as a background, as an audio engineer with over half a decade of experience, I heard a lot of bad music. That's part of the reason why I'm not smiling in most of these photos, except for the one in the bottom left corner. But I heard artist after artist, mix after mix, them struggling making high quality music. And that's because if you're a major artist like Drake, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, you might have dozens of audio engineers, songwriters, producers helping you create your next album. For example, Renaissance by Beyonce had over 100 music industry professionals credited on the album. But if you're an amateur artist or an aspiring artist, typically you only have yourself, maybe a couple friends. And what this leads to is making good quality music becoming complicated, strenuous, expensive, exhausting. And this culminates to making good music almost impossible. But that's where AOTS comes in. We're creating a 2-sided marketplace that connects artists to music industry professionals using large language models. Type in a small prompt of your dream album as if you're talking to a friend. Hey, I'm a really big fan of Taylor Swift. I want you to help me make an album that's inspired by her. Instantly, our AI model is able to create a list of suggested beats, studios, songwriters, and audio engineers that matches that prompt that you can instantly buy from. And this all comes down to our secret sauce. Our AI model is able to analyze listings on our platform for specific musical elements using an audio engine as well as large language models, APIs, for things like key, genre, tempo, instrument, artist style, and more. Now, this is a gigantic opportunity, and if you're not familiar with the music industry, our two competitors, BeatStars, which is the Beats marketplace, and BandLab, a cloud music production platform, show the size and scope of this opportunity in the hundreds of millions. Our competitors are broken up into two categories. Super broad competitors like Fiverr and Upwork, which offer really expansive marketplaces that do not focus specifically on the music industry, and because of that, leave a poor user experience. Or super niche competitors like BeatStars and Major Mixing, which only offer 1 to 2 parts of the song creation process, leaving artists stranded for their needs when trying to create an entire album. But again, that's where we come in. We're a one-stop shop for everything an artist needs to create their next dream album. And with our AI execution and personalized touch, we provide a better user experience. We're building this for the 8.8 million artists here in the US between the ages of 18 to 27. And with a forecasted ARPA of $21, we see ourselves bringing in almost $200 million over the next 5 years. And we do this in 2 different ways. We charge a simple 10% transaction fee every time an artist books something on our platform, as well as pay-per-click advertising for increased visibility on our platform. And I couldn't do this alone. We have a team of music industry professionals, software and engineering experts, and lifelong entrepreneurs from some prestigious schools in the country that help us build this. So far, we've been through the It Takes a Village Atlanta Tech Village's pre-accelerator. We just got accepted to Crate X last week. Our waitlist has grown to almost 100 users over the last 2 months of music industry professionals like studio owners, A&Rs, managers, songwriters, producers, and more, and we've already done our first beta. So we're raising $750,000 to bring in $3 million of revenue and a runway of 18 months. If you're interested in learning more about what we're building and why we're the team to capitalize on it, reach out to me further. Thank you so much.
Put your hands together for Kane from AOTS. Judges, you guys have a microphone up front. If there's any questions, we have a minute for questions.
Okay, you guys hear me? All right, great pitch. My question would be around go-to-market. This is a competitive landscape, especially with large language models. How do you think about how you go to market and how you get this in the hands of users?
Yeah, so for our first 100 users, we've been super, super scrappy. We put posters all over Georgia Tech campus, Georgia State, and that's literally over the last 6 weeks. We've already gotten almost 100 people in that time frame. Long term, though, to get thousands of users on our platform, we're really going to be focusing on micro-influencers. And again, since we're a marketplace, there's the whole chicken and egg problem. We're going to focus on the seller side of our marketplace in a constrained geographical location like Atlanta. This is the blueprint that every single digital marketplace, over 80% of them from Airbnb, Uber have all followed. Small geographical location, seller side of the marketplace, and then we'll go a little bit further with micro-influencers as well as really scrappy campaigns to build that up outside of referral programs built into the application.
Thank you.
One more question. Are we good on questions? Perfect. All right. Thank you so much. One more time, guys. Put your hands together for Kane from IOTS. Next to the stage, we will welcome Sheila from Brillist. Put your hands together for Sheila.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sheila Mathel, and I'm the CEO of Brillist Better Projects. In manufacturing and construction, over 70% of projects are late, and they're over budget, and this leads to over $790 billion lost every single year. And if we're talking about something like a hospital being built, there's a real human cost when there are these types of cost and time overruns. By contrast, with Brillist software, you don't have that problem at all. That's because of our AI-powered project optimization algorithm that finds very dramatic efficiencies in the project schedule. So you think of a Gantt chart, you've got the tasks, that sort of thing. There's a gold mine in there that is nobody's able to find that without our software. So our economic buyer loves us because of the ROI on our software, and our user buyer is the project manager who goes from a life of firefighting to getting turn-by-turn directions on how exactly to complete the project to get those time and cost results, and also something that recalculates, because no project survives contact with reality. And this Brillist will show you how to execute the rest of the project to get where you want to go. To date, we have been entrusted with over $1.1 billion in projects that have been directly scheduled using our software. And our customers have had very, very important results. I'm talking about up to 25% of their non-material costs taken out with our software. So in a project like construction, about half of the costs are non-material. This is labor, equipment rental, that kind of thing. And that is what our software is able to bring in. And there's a really high ROI on that as well. Because our software shows you exactly what the cost is going to be, you'll know exactly how much money you saved. We have worked with a variety of construction and manufacturing companies, and that includes some very large Fortune 500 multinationals, like with Mosaic, where we worked on critical scope of a $3.2 billion mine, leading to cost and time results that had never been seen in the industry before. This is a project from our past in construction, where we took a scope that was originally estimated with 12 months of duration and brought it down to 9 months. So this is the same scope with a commensurate reduction in the cost, all at the same time. And we've also worked with customers like steel fabricators, where they're very proactive about using our software, going, all right, well, if it could bring it in, why don't we just schedule everything using this software every single time? We are so happy to have been part of ITV because this is our first foray into the US market. And you remember this comment about South Downtown? I'm delighted to be able to say publicly that we're talking to the leaders of the South Downtown project about using our software in that project. So this is an ambitious development project of the core of Atlanta, set to open in time for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. There's a deadline, there are budgets, let's use this software. So we're really excited about that. And so I have 3 asks for you. The first is you are going to be asked to vote for your favorite startup tonight. I ask that you consider Brillist. Our vision is that with our software, we want to be a standard. We don't want projects ever being late or over budget, so please vote for us. The second ask is if you have anything you would like to talk to me about Brillist for, please follow the QR code over here. I'd love to hear from you. And the last thing, that I learned from ITV is that startups are a marathon, not a sprint. And I realized that the most sustainable way forward for Brillist and for me is if I work on it part-time. As a result, if you're looking for anyone with a lot of experience in product, sales, customer success, and tech, please look at that QR code on your right. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Put your hands together for Sheila from Brillist. Great work, Sheila. Judges, you guys are on the clock. 1 minute of questions.
So great pitch. Outside of cost savings, what is the long-term value or that you would have for your customers? What else are they getting out of just having just the cost savings?
I would say there are 3 things. First is the cost savings. Second is the time savings. So for the South Downtown project, it really matters that you're done in time. If you're done later, well, you can't really live that down. So there have been various projects we've worked with, like getting something out of the ground in mining, or you've got some kind of residential or commercial thing where every day, week, month you're late. That's an opportunity cost. So those types of timelines really, really matter. And the third thing, which I learned through sales, is that it really matters that your stress levels goes down. When you project manage without visibility into how it's really going to turn out, your risk goes up as time goes by, and it gets more and more stressful as time goes by. And what we learned is that our software takes the firefighting out entirely. And so our project managers can see how it's going to turn out, and it's credible, so that you finish the project. And a case study from our past is a customer finished a project and then had a party and stopped arguing. And one of my prized possessions is this polo shirt that says ahead of schedule, on budget, because they just had a party at the end. And that's very atypical. So those, I'd say, would be the 3 things.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for questions right now.
Thank you.
Please welcome next to the stage and put your hands together one more time for Sheila. And keep your hands going for Smitha from Estreamly.
Hello, good evening. I'm Smitha, co-founder of Estreamly. I am a super techie and a huge Steve Jobs fan. I've always wanted to build technology that that touches a lot of people's lives in a positive way. My co-founder, Nicholas, is a through and through sales guy. He, with a lot of career success and very enthusiastic one. He strongly believes that at the center of every sales transaction is a human connection, which is severely lacking in e-commerce right now. When we got together, we shared a common vision of bringing people to the center of e-commerce through technology. Buying something online almost always starts with a search now. This fundamental behavior is changing. People are discovering products now. You must have discovered some yourself, most likely through a video on social media. These videos are great at exciting people, but they lead you to a link that's either dead or too hard to chase, or a page that's just plain boring. Most people do not make this journey. This is a huge missed opportunity for brands. Their sales funnel has gotten very complicated and their cost for customer acquisition has more than doubled. Imagine the possibilities if all of this video content is shoppable at the point of discovery. We did just that. With Estreamly's B2B SaaS platform, we give brands a very frictionless checkout experience on their video content. Shoppers can watch a video, go through the product description, and place an order with payment without ever having to leave the video. This frictionless checkout experience is available on multiple websites with a low-code solution and on social media, email, and SMS. We're able to do this because we built a very unique headless e-commerce engine that powers these videos. Every video is a micro e-commerce. The most value we give our customers is in improving their sales funnel, especially in the consideration phase. Our revenue model is a B2B SaaS model with additional revenue sources. We have a great team and 3 amazing advisors, Anand Thakur, very well known to the ATV community, and Joaquim Gonzalez, a former Walmart EVP. We took our MVP, we piloted with it all through 2022. We launched our white label solution for mid-sized businesses in August 2023. We now have 5 customers. With this year alone, we have 100% retention. Our partnership with Visa is official. They are showcasing our technology, and we have multiple co-marketing initiatives on the way. Our inbound leads are steadily increasing because of our marketplace listings. We just added AWS marketplace listing. And we have some phenomenal social media features that we have recently released. And with the help of ATV community, we have been steadily building, and we are poised for growth this year. This is a sizable opportunity. The service obtainable market is $200 million by 2026. We are raising an angel round of $300K. And imagine if every video you ever come across is interactive and can take you to where you want to go next. It's like opening a portal. Now think of that in every country and in every language. And think of what that would do to e-commerce. It would change everything, as we know. Now the question is, do you want to help us build that portal, or do you want to just experience it when the time comes? Thank you.
Great work, Smitha. A minute of questions from our judges.
Okay, great pitch. So my question is really around just defensibility of the product. So you showed some of the different social media platforms that Estreamly can connect to. What's to stop a TikTok, an Instagram, any of the other large players from also enabling a similar type of feature inside of their product?
This is the competitive landscape. Like on the bottom left are marketplaces like TikTok, Amazon. On the you have to set up another store there, and it's a marketplace. You follow their rules, and you don't own your content, and anything they could just shut down any of your product links or your store altogether. You do not own. You do not even have data on what people are accessing your content, and there's really you do not get insights from that. You do not own your content also. And a lot of big companies would not want to would not want to feature on marketplaces because they do not want to give their customer information to a marketplace which could misuse their information. And on the top right is I can go over the details if you would like on this.
Thank you.
Any more questions? We good? Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Put your hands together one more time for Smitha. Next up to the stage, give a round of applause to Junior from Hack Latino.
Hi, my name is Adrian Lozano Jr., the founder of Hack Latino. We're becoming the #1 edtech in Spanish for Latinos to achieve the American dream. I want to tell a small story about myself when I came to the States. There's 3 reasons why Latinos come to the States. Because they want a better future, they want to be in a place where they feel safe, and obviously because they want to make some money. Who wants to make some money here? I mean, everybody, right? Yeah. So little did I know when I came to the States, I didn't speak the language. I had no place to go to live. I had no job. I had tons of problems. I had no connections. So that's why we built Hack Latino app. An all-in-one app for Latinos in their language. They have all this information from education, immigration, videos, podcasts, collaborations with their embassies, nonprofits, having all these opportunities to achieve that American dream. So obviously our app is very colorful, bright. It represents tradition, culture, even food. I mean, we already got tacos and we got food, right? We got chicken, like Chipotle. So, I mean, we're already in the culture of Latinos. So it doesn't matter where the Latino goes in different states and everything, we have information for them to get started, connect with those nonprofits. Obviously, we want them to become American citizens because they will have more opportunities. They will have more doors open for them. So we've been working with bigger organizations, with Fortune 500 companies, because we're becoming that bridge for Latinos, because we want to connect with the Latino community, because they know we're the fastest growing minority right now. So they need a company to represent other brands. So just a journey about ourselves. We started as a podcast. After the episode number 30, we realized there was the same pattern. There was the same issue with all Latino leaders, that language barrier, like not having those connections. So that's why in June 2023, we started with an MVP. We launched our app and we had 300 downloads. We had feedback. And by the end of December, we noticed something so cool, that we were trying to sell online courses to the Latino community, but the same Latino business owners wanted to advertise in our app. They want to be part of their community. They wanted to show their brand to the Latino community themselves. So now we have over 100,000 followers. We have our first 12 clients that are paying. We're actually working with the Mexican government. Something that very cool that is coming up is the Soccer World Cup. I mean, it's going to be a huge impact for us. There's going to be a lot of Latinos. So there's nothing better that can happen for us for this 2026. So how are we compared to other companies? I mean, there's Aprende Institute is a platform for online courses for trades in Spanish. We have Platzi, and we have Duolingo for language, and we have Telemundo and Hispanic for your basic Hispanic channels. But what we bring in is being a part of a community. We bring you resources, we bring you information, we connect you with those nonprofits. So we're totally different from them. So how big is this market? There's more than 62 million Latinos in the States. We represent almost 20% of the whole community. Just in Georgia itself, there's 2 out of 5 new businesses are Latinos. Just in Georgia, we're over 1 million Latinos in Georgia itself. There's 5 million business Latino owners in the States, and we're trying to reach at least 1 million. So how our business model works? I mean, all the users come in for free. Latino business owners pay a yearly membership for $500 to be part of our directory, and then we do contracts with government organizations, with Mexican embassies, from contracts from $5,000 and above. So our team is built from Latinos for Latinos. I mean, we know our stuff, we know our needs, so it can't be anything better, right? And then Juanito is the axolotl was picked from our fan base. So if whenever you have a problem, call 911. So this is Hack Latino. I hope y'all enjoy this. And I just want to say a phrase in Spanish that todos somos chingones, that we all are badasses. So if you want to connect, I mean, I'm more than open. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so great pitch. My biggest question, because there are a lot of things that you're solving for with Hack Latino, what would you say is the biggest pain point that you're solving for your users, but then ultimately with the product?
Right now that we're learning pretty much is all legal tech. Like everybody wants a visa, they want, become citizen. And another thing is just the language barrier. There's information everywhere in English, but there's not one place they can have their information in Spanish. Because that's the biggest thing with the Latino community. You ask a friend, and if that friend doesn't know, like you're asking the wrong person, So we actually have to have an app like this so they can communicate and actually learn.
Yeah, I would just give as a piece of advice, like the legal tech, I think, is obviously a hugely important issue. The language barrier is obviously a big issue. I would pick one of those because there's a lot of things you're solving for, but solve one and be the best at it. And I think that will help you to scale. And then you'll start to get into some of these other pieces of of your platform and in your solution that'll be ultimately very valuable as well. But I would just solve for one that you can lock in on and then let the rest of it come as you continue to build.
Thank you.
Any other questions, judges? Are we good? Great. All right. Thank you.
I'll just add. Sorry. It's not a question. It's just a add-on to that. Is I think what I heard a lot of was, and that answer was a passion around the freemium version. And so I think my big question was around like how you monetize it, if that's going to be the priority in the near future. Like the pain is acute there, but they're also the person that's not paying for it. So it's just added comment.
Well, that was one of the things that happened. Like first we were charging customer for just a course and everything. So for us to scale and have more users in our app, it was easier just to pay advertisement from the companies itself. And it's going to become freemium later on because there's some like how you can do your own citizenship, like to become citizen. So we can sell that as a plus, but yeah.
Thank you, Junior. Thank you, judges. Put your hands together one more time for Junior. And keep your hands going one more time. We are halfway through our pitches now. We are getting up to the second half, and please put your hands together. Make some noise. I know we might be getting tired. Make some noise. Make some noise. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. For Benjamin from Cintel.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I'm currently in the mental health industry. My co-founder Sam is a full-stack developer. Last year, we came together to create Cintel, an AI tool built for therapists. So why do we want to empower therapists with AI when many consumer apps these days are trying to replace them? The reason for Cintel is this: real recovery requires real human therapists. Sam had a near-death experience in high school. I lost my mother during childhood. We both made our recovery journeys by working with good therapists. But others are not so lucky. The mental health crisis continues to take its toll, and there is a fundamental demand and supply issue. We want to help by focusing on the supply side of the problem, specifically the bottlenecks in traditional therapy. The pains of a professional mind reader, aka therapist. I should know, I'm a therapist in training. But mind reading is a tall order. I've been married for more than 5 years and I still cannot read my husband's mind. Yet in traditional therapy, mental health professionals are expected to not only read, but treat every complicated mind, typically through once-a-week hour-long conversations inside the therapy room. Outside the therapy room, they're also expected to perform in-depth psychoanalysis, which is a manual and painful process. But the real pain is this: therapists cannot bill their patients for the time they spend outside the therapy room on research. Yet, insufficient research carries the risk of malpractice and poor clinical outcomes. So here's a solution. Every therapeutic journey begins with an intake process, but the information collected can be random, go unnoticed, or rely on subjective interpretations. Cintel leverages this existing work stream by tapping on patients to provide written responses to open-ended questions that draw out mental and emotional cues. Our software then combines AI with psychoanalytics to extract insights and produce two things: First is an instant conceptualization report containing everything that a therapist needs to hit the ground running. Second, our software becomes a live brainstorming partner. Therapists can ask Cintel any questions and update client profiles with ongoing clinical observations. In other words, we see Cintel as a sophisticated AI assistant to every mental health professional, helping them accelerate insights, save time, improve objectivity, and deepen their therapeutic alliances. We have identified 4 key customer segments in this vast market. When we launch this summer, we want our sales cycles to be short, so we'll focus on solo practitioners, given that they don't have to face any organizational red tape before adopting new solutions. Newer technologies in the mental health field tend to focus on consumer apps. As a B2B decision support tool built for therapists, we may be taking on a greenfield opportunity. Our company is a SaaS model, and we will launch with a starter tier which targets therapists treating individual patients. We're currently in beta testing right now with licensed therapists, and we're also in the process of welcoming a third party to our cap table. As you can see, we're already endorsed by mental health professionals. One beta user says she currently spends 2 to 3 hours per patient per week on research. That's a lot of non-billable hours she thinks Cintel can reduce significantly going forward. Our ask for today is for you to spread the word on Cintel to any mental health professionals that you know. And with this, I would like to reiterate our mission. Cintel is committed to helping therapists help others. We hope you'll join us in this mission. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Judges, 1 minute of questions.
I was wondering, for similar to a question that got asked earlier around how, like, what the go-to-market plan is of how you're going to reach these solo practitioners.
So currently, I'm in Mercy University in the graduate program for clinical mental health counseling, and obviously, you know, I'm within the industry itself. I know professors who are also practicing therapists, and I know of a lot of graduating students who are new in the field and probably may need some hand-holding when it comes to psychoanalysis. So we will approach them first with this software as an aid or as a secret weapon that they can use on their patients. Obviously, we are going to rely on our beta users currently to cultivate word of mouth, give them a good user experience, and have them multiply the number of beta users that we can expand into, and hopefully we can convert most of them into paying customers by the time we launch the commercial version. So that's the short answer.
Thank you.
Great pitch. For therapists, if I was a therapist and I'm using your platform, how would I measure success?
Well, success is if your patient is able to have a bond with you, and that is quite subjective. But if they're able to stay on course, remain within the treatment journey, and show actual changes in their actions and make pivots in their life roles, that is success. And if they recommend their friends and family to you, that is also another success point that is a very clear KPI. Obviously, on the other end of the spectrum, if your patients are disappearing or they don't seem to be making any changes, you know, I guess the red flags are there.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ben. Put your hands together one more time. We have 3 more pitches coming up, and don't forget, after this, we will be voting on your favorite pitch, doing the fan pitch, and we will also have our judges' feedback for the non-dilutive capital. So put your hands together one more time for Kristen from Review Taylor.
Hi, my name is Kristen Bell, and I'm the co-founder and COO of Review Taylor, an HR performance management software that makes performance reviews simple, automated, and collaborative. A few years ago, I received an unfair bias performance review from my manager, affinity bias to be exact. This means that my review was influenced based on if my manager liked me. And after I challenged my manager, who had no data to substantiate the review, I became disengaged and chose to leave the organization. An employee's journey in their career growth, their compensation, and their wealth over time can be impacted by one unfair review. And quite frankly, that's a problem. And unfortunately, employees share the same experience across the workforce especially folks from historically excluded backgrounds. In fact, 66% of employees feel that their reviews are unfair, and because of that, 85% choose to quit or at least consider quitting. That in itself is a huge problem. The problem that we're trying to solve for is managing employee performance at scale. On average, managers spend 210 hours a year on performance management if done properly. However, many are falling behind. This means that managers are resorting to bias-led driven shortcuts that contribute to employee disengagement. And disengaged employees cost U.S. companies a collective $1.6 trillion a year. $1.6 trillion a year. That means that they're losing productivity, company knowledge, turnover, customer retention, customer satisfaction, and recruitment costs. This is a direct threat to a company's bottom line and is mismanagement of an organization's most important asset, its people. So we created the solution that would help both people and companies. Review Tailor makes it easy to write fair performance reviews at scale, reduce time, increase accuracy, and build inclusive behaviors. This helps companies to recoup part of that $1.6 trillion. Our use of gamification builds on what research has already shown us from companies like Apple and Duolingo and its impact to human behavior to drive user adoption. Our team has a combined 25 years of HR and people management experience, including experience working at 2 of our competitors. So, why now? The HR tech market is set to reach $62 billion by 2032. And HR leaders are actively having conversations about how to adopt AI technology to prepare for the future of work. Our revenue model is pretty simple. We follow a B2B SaaS subscription-based model where we charge our customers per employee per month using tiered-based pricing. And in addition to attending industry-related events, social media, partnerships, marketing, we plan to attain 5% of the market share by becoming a company's first solution, growing with them over time, and starving out the competition upstream. Since joining the program, we've requested discovery conversations with nearly 500 HR leaders, achieving a 52% response rate, acquiring 4 new customers, 2 referral partnerships, and generating a potential pipeline valued at over $230,000 in ARR. And we're not stopping there. We've also been accepted into the Techstars Equitech Accelerator in Baltimore, Maryland. Our ask is that you join us in disrupting traditional HR. Our vision is to accelerate equity far beyond the workplace, and we plan to make a lot of money while doing it. So if you're a customer, partner, or an investor, let's chat. You can scan the QR code to go directly to our website, reviewtailor.com. Send us an email. And again, my name is Kristen Bell, and I'm the co-founder and COO of Review Tailor. Thank you.
Great work, Kristen. Judges.
Kristen, I've done my share of reviews of employees.
I'm so sorry.
I know it's part of our lives. Help me better understand the solution. Give me an example of how this is going to improve my life in that capacity.
I'm so glad you asked. This is scary. All right, so here is actually a quick demonstration of how the tool works. So we employ gamification and personalized reminders to encourage managers and employees to go back into the tool to update their performance notes and their goals. And with the assistance of AI, as you can see on the screen, the information is extracted, generated, not made up, something that you put into ChatGPT, and with the click of a button, your review is generated in seconds, not hours. Managers usually spend 2 to 3 hours per employee writing a performance review. I'm pretty sure you have more important things to do.
So I was going to say, no, great pitch as well. So I've also been in a position where I've had to give performance reviews. And when I give performance reviews, those are typically maybe quarterly, maybe semi-annually. How often do you envision like users, so people who are in a position to give performance reviews, how often would they be using the platform?
Yeah, so we want them to use the platform at least once a week. So our use of gamification uses things like streaks and badges. And so we want them to be encouraged to get back into the tool. But managers have a place in the tool to have one-on-one meetings so you can have collaborative calls, with the managers and employees and your peers. You should be going in to track your feedback, your performance highlights. And I mean, this is the space where everything can be centralized versus someone flagging an email, using an Excel spreadsheet, putting it in your cell phone, or hell, most people don't actually keep notes at all. So that's the truth. So.
And mic drop. Thank you so much, Kristen. We love it. That's all the time we have for questions. Are y'all not entertained yet? Are you guys having fun? Are you guys having fun? I can't hear you yet. Are you guys having fun? So are we. Let's keep that energy high and going for our next presenter coming to the stage, Fritz from WeTrack.
Somebody said, "Hey, Dad," over there, so I'm happy my kids are here. Thanks for the support. Good evening. My name is Fritz Valsen, and I am the founder of WeTrack. This is my mom, and the best mom that a boy can have. And one of my fondest memory with my mom, this is not my picture, but it represents one of my fondest memory with her. It's going shopping, me sitting on a shopping cart, and then she always buy me a Cracker Jack. Even today, I buy Cracker Jacks whenever I can find them. It's not lost on me that many years later, I became the co-owner of the largest shopping cart retrieval company in California, where we were picking up approximately 1 million shopping carts a year. I left that company since then, though, because I wanted to solve some bigger challenges. Retrieval is very inefficient. Basically, a driver would get up, they would go look for carts because we don't know where the carts are. Secondly, inventory at the enterprise level, major corporations, they do not know how many carts that they have, even though carts is rightly correlated to the amount of sales that they have. And thirdly, it's compliance, okay? Increasingly, many cities are enacting ordinances and are charging corporations significant amount of money for carts that are on the streets. For example, in Savannah, it will cost you $250 to have a cart on the streets, and $125 for every other cart if they're picked up by the city. So there is a large number of carts in the US, 25 million carts, and they're being replaced at a rate of 20% a year. It's costing corporations a ton of money. Like any other companies, ours started in the garage in my office. It's still in the garage. And we've tested so many electronic devices, tracking devices, and but over the last few years, we've managed to put a tool out. And the tool, a driver can actually see a cart that is out on the streets, click on the cart from their app, and then just go and get it directly, as compared to just getting up and go drive. You don't know where you're going, okay? So the app makes this very easy. Our goal, literally, is to put a tracking device on every shopping cart in this country. That's really our mission. So on the compliance side, we've done some great things as well. So for example, we have the ability to show you every ordinance around the country, okay? And then we also have the ability to generate a retrieval plan that's required for most cities. We also have the ability to manage every citation for a major corporation. We've had some good success, and these are a list of the brands that we're currently servicing. Walmart, for example, we just implemented in the last 6 weeks, 95 stores for them, and we're in conversation to implement the next batch of stores for them. Our business model, it's a SaaS. We have a subscription base, and we charge on a monthly basis per different revenue streams that we have. Our competitors, they're across different segments, but none of them provide what we do in terms of providing a consolidated service that makes retrieval very efficient, making cart very visible, and also being very compliant. We have a strong team, And I'm only going to highlight my good friend Al Dixon's here, my technical advisor. Without him, I would be lost. We've generated some revenue, and we will begin, it will continue to increase over the next few years. What's next for us is basically manufacturing our own GPS device, our own tracking device. We've been testing a lot of devices. We've actually done a test at Target. They were very happy with it. And however, none of the devices in the marketplace fits our need. So if you've heard if you like what you've heard, I'm very happy to speak with you at the end of this. And in the spirit of ATV, I would love to leave you with this last slide. Thank you.
Thank you, Fritz. Those are some great photos. Who took those?
So great pitch. When you talk to these different organizations, like as far as a priority, how big of an issue is the retrieval of carts and fleet management? Like how big on their list is that as a challenge or a problem?
Well, for the commodity manager who's responsible for that, it is hugely significant for them because of the significance of that commodity to store. So when you go shopping, for example, if you don't have a shopping cart, you will buy less. You are seeing now shopping carts are getting bigger and bigger because you buy 40% more based on the size of the shopping carts. So the bigger it is, the more you shop, the more shopping carts are available to clients, the more they sell. So it's very significant. At the same time, they are getting fined as well by many cities for having shopping carts on the streets. That is one of the reasons that Walmart love what we're doing. And if I can share a quick story with Walmart, they had an RFP in November, and the RFP was closed. They saw what we were doing. They opened the RFP just for us and gave us 2 weeks to respond. After those 2 weeks, they said, you are going to be one of our best vendors. And that's what is happening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Fritz. That's all the time we have for questions. Finally, the last pitch of the night. Let's make some noise. Bring the energy up one more time. And please welcome to the stage, Carrie from 28ish.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carrie McKinnon, and I'm the founder and CEO of 28ish. We help women and people with menstrual cycles find their unique menstrual algorithm. Let's take a look at these four clearly very different women. They're different in the way they're dressed, how they're spending their time, and really how they show up in the world. But what if I told you that these four women are the same woman at different phases in her menstrual cycle? And that's because for us, our menstrual cycle is on a 28-ish day cycle with a complex interplay of multiple hormones. Those hormones affect our cognition, the way we communicate, the way we work, and our overall health and well-being. This is quite unlike all of you wonderful men in the audience that are on a testosterone-driven 24-hour hormonal cycle. And this isn't a small problem. There are 1.8 billion people that menstruate globally right now on the planet. Many of those people not understanding the impacts their hormones have on them until decades into their menstrual experience. Our solution goes beyond current market solutions. We are not only a period tracker that is focusing on your fertility and painful symptoms associated with your menstrual cycle, nor are we focused on generalized and non-specific advice and cycle syncing. Instead, we collect data on your unique health patterns. We measure your heart rate, how much you're sleeping, how much you're exercising, and most importantly, your moods and behaviors. We do this through a web portal, which you can connect with all of your wearables, and through a mobile app. We then take that information and we used advanced AI analysis to begin to send you personalized forecasts so that you can navigate not just your day-to-day through the lens of your menstrual cycle, but your entire life. This is a huge opportunity. The current wellness market is valued at 1.8 trillion globally, and biomonitoring and wearables are leading the charge in this category. And FemTech, y'all, it's worth $69 billion and growing every day. By the way, 70% of FemTech founders are women. In the United States alone, there are currently 57 million women that are using period tracking devices that are not even scratching the surface of cyclical alignment. Our team comes together through their shared passion of moving the needle forward and addressing this critical gap in women's health. I myself am an entrepreneur with over a decade of experience, and I'm a menstruality mentor that has delivered education and workshops on this subject all over the world. We've rounded out that expertise with digital marketing, web development, systems integrations, and of course, AI and algorithms. Right now, we have a mobile application that is currently in a closed beta group of which we are closely monitoring for our users' favorite features. We have an MVP of our web portal due in fall of 2024, and we are aiming to go into a paid launch in early 2025. In the meantime, we are continuing with user acquisition through school partnerships around Metro Atlanta, where we educate the future generation of users of our app. We have a podcast in the top 50 of indie health podcasts, and we are seeking corporate partnerships. Today, we are asking you, besides your audience vote and besides you judges giving us some money, we're asking if you know any medical professionals that are out there and passionate about hormonal health, send them our way. If you know of any accelerators that are ready for a femtech company, let me know. And if you yourself are a passionate angel investor, passionate about moving this needle forward, please get in touch with me. Thank you.
Put your hands together one more time for Carrie from 28ish. Judges, you have 1 more minute of questions.
So you said this is already in the hands of users, right?
Yes, the mobile app is in a closed beta group.
Awesome. What's been some of the feedback that you've heard from some of the early users so far?
The calendar integration tool that we have in the beta version of our mobile app is one of the most important user features because you're able to immediately map the different phases of your hormonal cycle onto your phone or professional calendar, and that's been a real hit with our users. It immediately builds that cyclical awareness so that when they go to accept an appointment or plan something in their lives, it's already right there for them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Perfect. One more time, everybody. Put your hands together for Carrie from 28ish. So, as we get ready to head into the final stages of everything, everybody, you guys can hop up, stretch your legs real quick, grab a drink. We may still have some more tacos at the front. And while you're here, please take your time to vote at slido.com using code ITV13 if you're online. Or if you're here in person, please scan the QR code. We are about to open the votes right now as soon as I pull up and start it. Perfect. Voting is ready to go. Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back.
Divide us, we'll survive. Say my name, I want the neighbors to hear it. Want your body to feel it. Boy, you know if there's a heaven, I'm near it. Yeah, I promise, my dear, it's only you who is my body and heals it. I'm the one, can you feel it? I'm the one, can you feel it? Darling, can I be your favorite? I'll be your girl, let you taste it. I know what you want, yeah, just take it. Darling, can I be your favorite? Want you to tell me you crave it. My name's whatever you make it. Ay, cariño, sé que tú eres mío. Quiero pasarme la raya. Mi paciencia se acaba, te digo. Tan chiquita como mi saya. Ellas no tienen lo que yo tengo. Soy celosa, lo siento. Soy celosa, lo siento. Darling, can I be your favorite? I'll be your girl, let you taste it. I know what you want, yeah, just take it.
Okay, last minute votes, everybody. Last minute votes. We're closing everything down in 4 more minutes and announcing our winners. 4 more minutes. Please grab your drinks. Please grab your food. Please get your last minute votes in, and we will be back up on stage announcing our winners in 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. All right, founders, please start to find your seats. Founders, please start to find your seats. Everybody start to find your seats. It's all the moment we've been waiting for.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. So you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh. Switch it up like Nintendo. So you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. I can't relate to desperation.
All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Please find your seats. It is almost that time. We are now about to close the Slido poll.
When they act this way, I know I got too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Saw skin and
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, everybody, find your seats. Founders, founders, please find your seats.
coffee brewed for you. One touch and I'm brand new for you. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh. Switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. That's that me espresso.
Okay. Okay. After all those pitches, after 8 amazing pitches, everybody, if we can get everybody's attention. You know, I'm going to try this trick that I saw once. If you can hear my voice, clap once. If you can hear my voice, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. That actually works pretty well. Shout out to James from Kabila if you're watching. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. All right. I'm going to bring all the founders up on stage. Founders, could you please join me up on stage? Everybody put your hands together one more time for the amazing pitches you saw. Founders, please come join me. And we will start our winning announcements first for the 2 how do I keep saying non-dilutive? For the 2 6 free memberships from our friends at Founders Legal. Thank you to Founders Legal for that. And thank you to everybody that showed up. We had 130 registrants. I'm sure millions of people online watching around the world, of course. With a total of 260 votes. We actually have a tie, funny enough. So firstly, we will make our announcement for our first winner. Put your hands together one time for Sheila from Brillist. Congratulations, Sheila. You are a 6-month scholarship member. And then one more time, put your hands together for Smitha from Estreamly. Congratulations, Smitha. And now, it's time for what everybody's really been waiting for, even our founders, the non-dilutive capital winners. Are you guys ready? I think we're ready too. All right. We got William up here from Bank of America, one of the sponsors of our non-dilutive capital. Thank you so much, William, for being our check bearer. We really appreciate you. Put your hands together for your third place finisher and $1,000 in non-dilutive capital. Give it up for Ayots and Kane. Go grab your check, Kane. Hold it up high and proud. We'll get some pictures soon, but hold that up. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And once again, we had another tie for first place, believe it or not. The way that we broke this tie was by the most 5-star votes in total. So coming in second, please put your hands together for Carrie from 28ish. Hold your check up high and proud, Carrie. Congratulations on your second place prize. And lastly, but not leastly, definitely not leastly, very rarely do we have this happen where one founder wins 2 prizes. But we're going to put our hands together one more time for your first place finisher, Smitha from Estreamly. Put your hands together one more time for all the founders up on this stage. They did an amazing job with their 4-minute pitches. And just so everybody knows, everybody up here is getting another month of free membership on Atlanta Tech Village. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Please come talk to these founders. If you have any introductions you'd like to give to these founders, please do that. We'll be in here for another 5 to 10 more minutes. Everybody online, thank you so much. We hope you can join us next time. And until then, we will see y'all later. Thank you so much. Friends and family of the founders, we will be up on the rooftop in about 10 minutes. Friends and family of the founders will be up on the rooftop in 10 minutes to do a champagne toast. Friends and family up to the rooftop in 10 minutes for a champagne toast.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate.